I'm scared to death I'm going to do something wrong here.
It's like playing in the dirt.
It really is. Hey, hi everyone. This is the Papa's Kitchen. I want to do a couple of different types of breads, just some supplemental things. And one of the easiest ways, and I've had a lot of you ask about cornbread, one of the easiest recipes to doing cornbread is what is called hot water cornbread. I mean, it's simple, it's easy, and with all the prices of everything going up, you can't get any easier than this. What I've got is like a segmented skillet, cast iron skillet, and you can get these in different sizes and different ways. And by the way, if you don't have this, you could still do it in some kind of cast iron deal. But really all I do is I put in about a capful of corn oil, or in this case I've got some canola oil, but you could even use olive oil actually, very good. And I put about a capful in each one of these segments here, and I'll show you what I'm going to do here. It's so easy to pull this off, and if you want just a little bit of with a soup, or I'm going to even eat this tonight with some pork chops. Susan and I are. And do you like this stuff, by the way, Sue?
Oh, when you first made these, I was shocked that there was only 2 ingredients, basically.
I know it. And well, it's
and
3.
How good they were.
One of them being water, you know.
Yes, they don't they don't last real well, like for leftovers. They're not as crispy, but man, they were so good.
And really what you want to do once you get that oil in there is just take that over, and I've got my eye, you can just see it from there, on high, and I'm going to put this down on the high eye. And by the way, I've got my oven set at 500 degrees, preheating. It's going to cook hot and fast. You want that to do it because it puts a crust on it, but then it keeps it really nice and moist inside. Here it is, simple. I'm using White Lily self-rising white cornmeal in this case. You could use yellow, no problem. And I'm not going to measure it for you. I'm just going to tell you I put in about 2 scoops like this of the cornmeal. Just about
measure it?
No, I'm not going to measure it because it's just all by eye. I'm sorry. And all you do is basically, come on over here. All you do is you get maybe put a little bit more in, I think.
You make the water real hot.
You make the water as hot as you can get it out of your sink. That's all you do. And all you're going to do is add a little water at a time until it gets to the consistency of like maybe buttermilk or pancake mix or something like that. And I'll just show you what we're going to do here. Yeah, that's pretty hot. So I'm going to put a little bit in there, and then you just start stirring right away.
I bet it doesn't take much.
No, it doesn't take a lot. And you just want to get that all mixed around like that. Get that, there we go. There we go. And you don't want to overdo it, so that's why you just add a little bit at a time. Hot water cornbread. Like I said, it's one of the easiest things. And you can do this on your grill outside if you want. There's all sorts of ways. You don't have to bake it. There it goes. There, look at there.
Do you think this is what they call corn pones?
No, that's a little different, but I'll show you that. Maybe I'll do that as well on this. I'm going to do this for you at least on this video, and I'm going to do an Irish brown bread too for you, which is really good. See, that's what you want, right about like that.
Okay.
Just the consistency. In fact, I'm going to put just a little bit more.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a little thin.
A little bit more, yeah. I mean, you can always fiddle with this, obviously. Cornmeal in here. And you want that to get to where it starts smoking. So once that over there gets to smoking, you know you're doing pretty good. And you can hear it bubbling over there, but I want to see the smoke come up. Okay, well, look at there. That's good. See? Now that's about what you want, right? Like that. Oh, beautiful.
Like pancake mix.
Yeah, like a pancake mix almost. Yeah. Get it all stirred and all that, but it's just going to be good. And you could add things in it, I suppose. No, nothing. You don't need anything.
Oh, my goodness.
And now you know it's ready to receive your cornbread.
Can I see the smoke?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Okay, so I've got my cornmeal ready, and all I do is I take a spoonful and drop it into each one of those segments. Just like that.
Well, you can hear it sizzling.
You can hear it sizzling, yeah. Good stuff. There's another one. And you can get these pans on Amazon or whatever. I think that's where I bought mine. And they come in different sizes, you know. Ooh, this is going to be so good for tonight.
That size is great for 2 to 4 people, though.
It is, it really is. And I probably don't even have enough to do all 8 here, but I've got 7 done. So I'm happy with that, and it doesn't matter. Well, we'll put some more in here. Tell you what, I'm going to do just a little bit more so that I can finish up with that last one.
Got to be quick with that water.
Yeah.
Because you just don't take much.
No. So I can get that last one done. This is a little soupier, but it's okay.
Oh, see what it does.
See what it does, yeah. Can't go wrong with these things. Everything is cooking is an experiment.
That's right. And as Julia Child said, when you're alone in the kitchen and something goes wrong, who's to know?
Yep. Okay, so now it's going in the oven. And you can see this like it's supposed to be. That's how it should look just before you put it in the oven. And you're going in that 500-degree oven, and you're going to go in there for about, you need to go in there for about 10, maybe 13 minutes. And we'll just keep an eye on that. Let that get all good and brown, and we'll show you how that looks in a few seconds.
Do you know, babe, when you turn around like that and put it in the oven?
Don't do that.
I do get your legs.
Don't. Keep the legs and the rear end out of it, please. Gosh, geez.
Well, you keep talking.
I'm sorry.
Boy, it looks like they're done.
Yeah, it looks good. Oh, yeah, look at there. So you just pull them out of there. Pretty straightforward. Close this up. And then look at, you come over here, go ahead in front of me.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah. And all I do is I smack them out here and I dump them out just like that. And out they come. Almost all of them.
There's always a stubborn few.
Yeah.
One more.
One more.
It's almost out. There you go.
There you go. And
I know
it's done.
one. Got dripped on the edge, so it got stuck.
Got stuck. And that is how they come out. And look at, they're
those
crispy.
Things are hot, though.
They're hot, but oh, they're wonderful. And it's like I said, it's the easiest thing to make. I'm gonna put them on a plate for us so that we'll have them a little bit later. They're just great. Even that one that I did last came out good. Oh. You can hear them crackling on there.
I have to wait till dinner?
Yeah, you got it. Well, here, I'll give you a bite of one, but you couldn't eat it now if you wanted to.
No, not right now. It's too
hot.
Yeah.
But look at there.
Yep.
So that is hot water cornbread. Now, I'll show you the Irish brown bread. There they are. Oh, they're so good. They're crunchy on the outside. They're nice and moist on the inside. Simple.
Yes.
Makes any meal fantastic.
They're also good with butter and honey.
Oh, yeah. Well, all sorts of stuff. In fact, you could do like a red pepper jelly on them.
Oh, yeah. Anything would be good. Great.
All right.
Thanks, babe.
Okay. Now, this recipe that I'm doing here in front of you is really got me a little nervous because I and Susan and Sarah were up in Orlando here about a month and a half ago. Beginning of June, and we had some time to kill before Sarah and Susan got on a plane out of Orlando to go back home to Lincoln. Susan was going to go with Sarah, and the baby was with her. And we went to Disney Springs and stopped for lunch in our walking at Raglan Road Irish Pub. And it was, in fact, we were early enough. They had breakfast and lunch. I had lunch, I think one or two of you guys, didn't you?
I had breakfast.
You had breakfast? What'd you have?
French toast.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a great place to eat. The staff was friendly. They loved peace. I mean, it was all that. But they brought to the table, we didn't ask for it, they brought to the table what they're known for, which I didn't know, their Irish brown bread and a reduction to dip in, like how you would get vinegar and balsamic and oil to dip a bread in at an Italian restaurant. This was their version of it. So I loved it. So they got the recipe for me. They talked to the cook or whatever they did, got the recipe for me. Well, I've got it here and I'm going to try it, but this is for 4 loaves. I don't have capacity in here to make 4 loaves. And so I'm going to cut this thing down in half. So I had to be talking to my friend over here well, I'm not going to say her name, she'll go crazy, but I had to figure out when it calls for 4 pounds rather of whole wheat flour, how many cups is 2 pounds and all that. She gave me all that. Then it calls for a 3/4 pound rather of all-purpose flour, and I had to cut that down. And what is that? What is half of that? And all this sort of stuff. I was going nuts. Did I do that one right? I'm now scared of what if I did it right.
It's
the
too
white
late.
flour. It is too late.
Right.
I think I did.
But they have it all in pounds and ounces,
Yeah.
and then you have to convert it.
Yeah. Oh, it was
to
nuts.
cups.
Yeah. And so I'm going nuts. And now I'm getting ready. It's all in this bowl. I'm getting ready to do, it calls for 1 tablespoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of baking soda. So this is a teaspoon. 3 teaspoons equals 1. Oh, that's not right though. See,
No,
I got to
3
do half.
teaspoons in a tablespoon.
I got to
Right,
do
so you
half.
have to
I
do
messed
1
up.
and a half.
1 and a
No,
half.
You haven't done it yet.
No, I haven't done it. Okay, so 1 and a half. So
Right.
here's 1. Oh my goodness. See, this is going to kill you. The way they've listed this thing out, I probably should have just done all the conversions
And written it down.
Yeah, so I didn't do that. So let me do this. In fact, let me first off make sure that this is an even. There's 1, and I need a half, right?
Yeah.
Of baking soda. Oh my goodness, I'm scared to death I'm going to do something wrong here. This is 3/4. I need the half. Here it is, right here. Make sure nobody needs to make mistakes on this. Okay, there's 1/2. There's 1/2, and then I need to do the same with the salt. So 1/2 teaspoon of salt and another whole teaspoon of kosher salt. Get a little bit more on there. There it is, 1. Okay, whew. And then lastly, 4 cups. It's a lot.
Well, you should probably mix that first.
And by the way, wait a second. This is 4 cups. I only need 2 cups.
Oh, well, you told me 4.
I know, but I was, again, see, this is where
I
I'm
already
messing
put
up.
it away, so
Okay, so
I'll fix that.
okay, so I've got to let me dump some in here, and then we'll put the rest away. See,
Yeah.
I'm really messing up. I can't keep thinking this way.
Well, you don't have anything else going on today.
No, I really don't. There's 2 right there. Let me just a little
Look from
bit
the
more.
side. That's better.
Yeah.
This side. Not the top.
Not quite.
That's a weird measuring
It is a weird measuring cup,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna just put, that's 2.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 2. Now, you mix all of this up.
It's a very hearty bread.
Oh my goodness, but it was really
It
moist.
was delicious.
And by the way, what's in here, oh man, look at this. Okay, let me get all this mixed up first.
Oh, talk about your little spoon there.
Oh yeah, this is this Dutch or Swedish? It's a for dough. It's they don't, what do they call this thing? I bought several of these for my sister-in-law.
You know how you mix things up for
Like, it's not a
like
spatula.
an egg? No,
but it's
like
a beater. Yeah, it's a Dutch a whisk.
Whisk, that's
Oh
the
man,
word.
yeah.
Okay,
And
I'm
these-
70. I have an excuse.
Yeah,
now.
well, and listen, these you can get on Amazon. We'll put the link down on this one. That's where I bought it. And they're wonderful.
They
I mean,
are. They're
they
really
don't
cool.
stick, nothing like that. It's just really great. So I'm trying to just get some of this mixed around in here. And all right, now for the wet ingredients. Now keep thinking, Sue. We're cutting everything in half. So for the wet ingredients, it calls for molasses, 4 ounces. So I need 2 ounces. All right, now think about this. What is 2 ounces of
Do we want to do this on camera?
no, let's stop.
We're
And then
gonna
let's figure it out.
figure this out and come back to you.
Okay, now we sort of took our time. We should have probably done this before, but we figured out what half of it is, and then try to break down everything, because this is Irish pub. It's British. I think they're measuring pounds for, I don't know why, but anyhow, we got everything sort of figured out now. So anyhow, I do know I need 1/4 of a cup of molasses, and of course that always just makes it so good.
If I'm doing it, you could add more molasses.
You know what? I'm going to add more, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to get hefty with everything here on the buttermilk, the molasses, and by the way, this uses Guinness right there. There it is. We got some, and we're going to use that as well. But the reason I'm doing this extra, as we look back on it, I put in too much white flour, all-purpose flour.
Oh, it's gonna drip all over.
Didn't do it, did it?
Yep, it did.
Oh, I'll get it cleaned up. And
you did double the white flour.
I did the double the white flour, so I'm going to riff now really big time.
Which means an extra cup, basically.
Yeah, an extra cup of flour. So I'm going to add more moisture, of the moisture part, the liquid part.
Not much.
Not much, just enough so that I don't have dry bread. So that's the molasses, and I sort of overdid that. And then this is going to be 1 quart. I only need 1 quart now, right, of buttermilk. And this is a quart right here. So we're gonna put this all in there. You know what, I should shake this. Always do that with your buttermilk.
Yes. And you can make your own buttermilk if you don't have buttermilk.
Oh yeah, you really could.
Just add some vinegar to some milk, and pretty easy.
It's easy.
That's what I used to do all the time.
Okay, so that goes in. We mix all of these, combine all the wet ingredients in a separate bowl. I love buttermilk. Yeah, and I don't.
If there's extra, I will drink it.
Yeah. So I should maybe open, I've got another buttermilk. I may put a little bit more buttermilk in.
No.
I'm going to put just a little. I'll tell you why. I just feel like it's that extra flour is going to make this thing too. I'm a little nervous about that.
Don't overcompensate.
I won't overcompensate too much, but maybe just do, just right here, I'll just play with it a little bit.
Okay.
Some of you are going to get upset with me, but that's too bad.
We'll see what happens.
And then on the Guinness, I need just a 1/4 cup of that, and I'll just sort of overdo that a little bit too. There's just a little bit more.
Ooh, it's going to fizz right up.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, now you combine all of that together as well. So let me get a whisk.
Huh? Well, you could use that.
I'm gonna just, just whatever. Let me see if I can get everything moving here. My oven is preheated at 350. Okay, so I've got this mixed up. Hopefully, I put a little extra in just because I overdid the white flour, which isn't a lot, but I overdid it by about 1.25 cups.
Got some down on the bottom here, so.
Oh, do I? Oh, okay.
Probably get all that molasses.
Yeah, I gotta get that out of there. So let's just see.
Yeah, now you're starting to scrape it a little.
Okay.
Stuck on the bottom.
Yeah.
So put the buttermilk in first.
Oh, I should.
Then add your molasses.
Absolutely.
That'll work.
That will. There, I think we're getting it though.
Yep.
There it is. Now what this recipe says is you add it to the dry ingredients in 1/3 portions, mixing between the portions. Let me read it. Add the wet to the dry in 3 batches as you mix and fold by hand lightly. The mixture should be quite sticky. So I've got my rings off.
There you go.
Let's see if we can play in the mud.
This is a 2-man process.
Oh my goodness.
At least in this house.
It really is. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to add about 1/3 of this.
What are you going to use? Wait a minute. Where are you going to use to stir it?
My Dutch whisk.
There you go. Is it Dutch or sweet?
They said use your hands though, if you remember.
Oh, they did.
Okay, it's really best doing this by hand. So here goes another 1/3 or thereabouts. Let's do like that. Nice and cold.
Oh, you always wanted to do stuff like this with your hands. It's like playing in the dirt.
It really is. And it's going to be sticky. It looks like the right color.
Yeah, it was a beautiful honey brown.
Yeah. I don't know what they mean, Sue, when they say fold by hand lightly. What does that mean?
Well, that means don't overdo it.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so put it in there. There's only one mistake, Susan, that I can tell I made. I should have worn my Apple Watch because I would have closed all my rings for the first time in 100 years. But anyhow, I don't know how anybody would do this with 4 pounds of this. I mean, certainly you'd have a bigger deal, but
well, you're in a kitchen in a restaurant then.
My gosh.
Although Sarah could probably have to do it like that.
So it's going in my loaf pans. You could put it in muffin pans as well, but it's going into my bread loaf pans. And here, put some down in here. I know this is probably not right. I feel like it's moist enough. I did add a little bit more buttermilk, as you saw, and a little bit more Guinness just to get the moisture right because of my mistake. And here's the other one. And boy, but getting that all mixed, that was a workout. Let's put this in here. And then what we're asked to do in the recipe. And you know, there's not enough baking soda in there for this to rise too much. So this is going to bake really nice. I got to think. It's a real heavy bread, thick bread.
Yeah, well, it was very dense to eat.
It's dense
anyway.
to eat anyhow, yeah. It's going to be delicious.
And that's probably why they dip it, because it's
You know what?
kind of a
I think
dry
you're right.
bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
now let me just do this real quick.
you sprinkle the top.
And
with
then
some
I
oats.
sprinkle the top with some rolled oats, yeah. And then we're gonna put it in, and let me see what it says here. And you cook it for 20 to 30 minutes in a 350-degree oven. Woo, this is a workout. This better be good when it's done. 20 to 30 minutes in a 350-degree oven. Bake in the oven until golden brown, and it makes a hollow sound when tapped on the bottom. So, I mean, who's ever heard of all this? So, I mean, maybe you all have, but I never have. So, I'm learning here. Definitely learning. There, get some more rolled oats up in here.
It really wasn't that difficult to put together.
No, it's not difficult to put together
measurements.
if you do the measurements like you're supposed to first time out. And if it turns out well or reasonably well, we'll do it again.
All right, we're going to stick these in the oven.
Yep, and come back at you.
Come back.
Okay, I'm doing the reduction now, and this is really very simple. The recipe calls for, to get this, 1 pint of Guinness and 1 pint of sugar. Well, I'm not going to cut this down. I'll do this because if I give some of this bread away to the neighbors, I want them to have the reduction too, the Guinness reduction. So I did each a pint, and that's 2 cups per pint. So there's 2 cups of Guinness in here. There's 2 cups of sugar in here. And all it says is combine all this and then bring it to a boil. And then reduce to simmer until it's reduced by half, which is approximately an hour. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to bring this to a boil, and then we're going to...
Approximately an hour, it said?
Yeah, it seems like a long time.
You have to simmer it that long.
Yeah, you got to simmer it that long. But they said when you're bringing it to a boil, be careful, because it can, if you leave it unattended, it can overflow.
Yeah, it boils up.
Yeah.
It's already foamy.
Well, no, that's the Guinness. That's more like. Okay. So anyhow, we'll see where this goes. If this bread is good, you know what it reminded me of, Sue, is the bread, that brown bread they give you that's very good over at Cheesecake Factory. Remember when they bring bread?
Yeah.
It looked like that because that has oatmeal in it and brown, and that's a honey wheat though, isn't it?
But this was tastier.
You think so?
Yeah,
the molasses.
it had a much hearty taste.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm anxious to try it. Yeah.
I love dark bread.
So
anyway.
the bread's in the oven, and we're making the reduction, and then we'll come back when we're ready to test this whole thing.
The key will be if that bread isn't hard as a rock.
Oh, I know. I'm nervous. I know. But we're still going to eat it.
That's right.
And we will like it.
We'll dip it in the Guinness.
That's right. That's right. All righty. Hey, hi everyone. Okay, here's the follow-up on the bread. There it is. I cut some off already because I was eating it, trying it out. It cooked fine, but it was a little undercooked, and I put it back in again even, and it's slightly a little doughy in the middle, but nothing too bad. It's heavy. I don't remember it being, Susan, that heavy. Do you?
Well, we never lifted the whole loaf.
No, we never lifted the whole loaf. But
is
anyhow,
very
it is a very heavy bread. And it seems lighter than what I remember, but again, color-wise, yeah. But I'll tell you, with that could be just the difference in the type of whole wheat flour that I use. So I'm not too concerned about that. This is the reduction, the Guinness reduction, and I've had it in the fridge for a little bit now. And you really need to heat it up before you serve it. And I'm actually going to serve this tonight with neighbors that I'm going to have over. I'm doing a skillet chicken over potatoes, and that's another video. And I said, hey, why don't you come over and I'll feed you. So I'm doing that, and I'll do this bread for them because I want them to try it too. But honestly, it's really good. I probably will try this again and try to get my measurements right. But that Guinness reduction, oh man, that makes it, and that I do remember being that good.
Yeah, that's delicious.
Oh my god, do you have some of this reduction on here?
I did. I did. Whoop.
That makes it. And of course, that's how they serve it. So.
Yeah, it was probably almost like a meal. The bread with the dipping. No, I mean like in Ireland when they had it in a pub. You know, people have their one meat deal and add the bread, and that's it.
So anyhow, it's done, and again, I'm glad I did it. I'm not sure I did it right totally. Big old experiment, that much bread, but I've got 2 loaves. There's one, and there's the other here in the pan. And
you try it, let us know what you think.
Let me know what you think.
And if you're from Ireland, please let us know.
There you go. If they
Irish brown bread.
You know what? I want to go back up there to that restaurant and try it again.
Yeah.
That's what that makes me want to do.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I'll put the recipe up on the blog, and hey, let me know what happens. And good eating to you.